too.
It's a franchise and a fan base that's certainly been through a lot. Losing seasons, plenty of drama, a lot of failed expectations. At one point, winning plenty of titles in the NFL. But you
Oh, we
back to
about to go to jail. It's about to turn from bad to
every Super
worse.
Bowl era when they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-7.
Meanwhile, it has been a roller coaster ride in Chicago in the last
What?
few years. They've been up, they've been down, they've had double doinks, but now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Now, we do know that the Bears had plenty of success pre-Super Bowl because they won 8 NFL titles to be exact. But as you just mentioned, looking for their second Super Bowl win, they did have another appearance in the big game. That was one that they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. The win prior, Super Bowl 20, a huge blowout against the Patriots.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Where to go? He only makes it to the 5. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And we all know about the Browns' quarterback history. All the starters ever worked out in Cleveland since the franchise was brought back. Yet in only one season, Deshaun Watson, he's finally given his franchise a quarterback who could lead them to their first Super Bowl. Even by his standards, he's exceeded expectations since arriving in that trade with Houston.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Fields sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught by Mooney. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And the Browns are able to cover this, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down throw. Watson tries the right side, and he finds Bell. Touchdown! David Bell from 10 yards out. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They snap it to Fields. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And able to get this to the 31. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthew Adams. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the... Now the ball comes loose. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Bears are once again back in front. And Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Out of the gun, Watson. Got his big wide receiver complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1 point. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
On first down, Fields
forced out to his left. Nifty move. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now it's Fields.
Rolling to his right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Running left, Montgomery. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taki. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. Throw left side here into the hands of Wesco, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. That's complete. It's Bell.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the 50, it's Watson.
Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On first down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
And he completes it to Hunt.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on a touchdown, Browns.
Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Hunt going to run for it.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2 and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 27, Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown this Super Bowl. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. To throw, Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now. because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Chubb will get the call, running left. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 35 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Hunt going to run for it. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football on the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down by 5. A little under a minute to go. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a 1st down. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. All eyes on Fields. He's got Claypool. And he's got a 1st down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not to stand before they're backed up even further.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance for them. Why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crowd. The Cleveland Browns on a...
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. put your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried 'cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it comes your way next.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. The 40. The 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind we're in for a terrific game. A dream scenario to start off for one side of the ball, a nightmare for the other to get this game started.
Dak going to start out going to the air. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a... before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Rush. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Sometimes when there's a type of football that exists when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because this is going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I think we all heard about it in the offseason. There were many questions asking if Philadelphia might consider bringing in another quarterback to replace Jalen Hurts. He answered emphatically, "This is my team," and he led them to a Super Bowl appearance. A well-deserved moment for this quarterback, who just kept his head down, kept working, and eliminated all the noise.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Here's Rush to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a...
Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts,
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
and the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead in the Super Bowl.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. So an onside kick failed in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Rush. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Rush. And it'll be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Anthony Brown.
takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in, complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 88 yards. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. 1 play and into the end zone. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. It's the Eagles with the early lead. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Cooper Rush and the Cowboys getting set for their next possession. He was intercepted on that last drive, the 3rd one he's thrown in this first half alone. He'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10. To throw is Rush. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw Rush. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Back to throw. Rush. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people make.
And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. On second down, Elliott. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Throwing on second and long. Rush. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This a 43-yard attempt. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. There's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's at the 40, the 20. Big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point. And this is going to be a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they got the big hitter on the first play of the drive. The second when they get it into the end zone, and that's all she wrote. 2 plays, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Rush. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And some space here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Rush. Oh, hit as as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great under a heavy rush, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Rush. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Looking to throw. Rush. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Malik.
Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. Oh no, he lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. It's a second down run with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
Looking to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So now the Cowboys down on the scoreboard. 30 seconds to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Throwing to start the drive. Rush. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rush. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rush. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.